One of the things President Biden also spoke about was Iran, the threat that Iran poses to the region. But among the GCC members, there really isn't very much commonality. The UAE takes quite a divergent position.
I can speak for the GCC, have a unified position, and you can see that GCC communiques state quite clearly. We are having discussions with Iran, as you know, so is the UAE, so are our friends in Qatar, the Kuwait. So we all, as the GCC collective, are talking to the Iranians because we want to resolve our differences through dialogue. We hope that the Iranians will respond in kind.
What did you say to President Biden about Israel's position on a last resort strike on Iran?
It would not be in my place to comment on another country's positions.
You must have said something to President Biden, because the outfall of an action like that by Israel, supported by the United States, could have an impact on Saudi Arabia.
I mean, our discussion with President Biden, the Crown Prince's discussion with President Biden, focused on how to address the Iranian threat. And here we talked about, first of all, negotiations, but also putting together enough pressure to incentivize the Iranians to come to the negotiating table.
What does that pressure look like?
That's something we still have to figure out, because we're not there.
But what do you think are the inducements that are going to make it work?
I hope that the Iranians will take the inducements, which are better integration into the region, economic cooperation with their neighbors, which can deliver tremendous benefits for the Iranian people. Obviously, we have to protect ourselves, and here we're working with the US to build our capacity, ours and the others in the region, to build our capacity to defend ourselves against potential Iranian aggression. You will recall the attack on our facilities in Begeg. All of this means that we do need to build a robust defense posture, and we heard a commitment from President Biden to a robust defense of the kingdom.
And what does that physically look like? When he says he'll give you a robust support and robust defense of the kingdom,
of course, that's a very broad spectrum of activities that's strengthening our anti-missile capacity, working closer with the US military to interdict, for instance, arms flow into Yemen.